One thing I've learned about people is that people are going to have their perception of you, whether it's good or bad, or whether it's true or a lie. And you see, as someone that is walking a road less traveled, people are going to have negative opinions, negative perceptions of you. And honestly, man, you just got to roll with the punches. You just do. You cannot force people to change their perception of you because it's a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? Why are you going to waste your time trying to get people to see you how you see yourself? Don't even waste your time. Because if they already had this negative perception of you to begin with, let them feel that way about you. Let them be quote unquote right about their little petty perception, their little irrelevant opinion about who you are or who they think you are. Because it's all perception. And perception is not always reality. People like to say, oh, perception's reality. No, it's not. Not all the time it ain't. When it comes to who you are as a person, and when it comes to like who you are as a person to the very core versus somebody else's own opinion, right, of who you are, who they think you are, that's just their perception of you. Especially if they don't know you well, especially if they haven't even been around you long enough to even form an actual opinion on who they think you are. But you just gotta let people have their perception on who they think you are. Because when you're the chosen one, you are not going to be liked by everybody. You're not. Because if you're trying to be liked and accepted by everybody, then you're not chosen at all. You're not really doing the Most High's work. You try to fit in with the world, and the world is vain. The world is of Satan. Satan patrols the world. And if you are loved by the world, then you're doing something wrong. Because no man should try to be liked, loved, and accepted by everybody. That's not how a grown man is supposed to move or operate. It's very fake and it's very disingenuous. When you think about it, it's very fake and disingenuous. So if people don't like me off rip, and they already have this perception of me from the very jump, hey, that's cool. But you have a choice. Do you want to tolerate me and be around me, or not, or walk away from me, remove yourself from my life? Logic would dictate that if you feel negative about me, then you're not going to want nothing to do with me. You're not going to want any part of me whatsoever. You know what I mean? So it's better to let people form their own opinion. Don't try to spin, don't try to force, don't try to, get people to think of you in the same way that you think of yourself. Don't do that. Let them come to their own conclusion on how they feel about you. Because it's a lot better. You'll be at peace knowing that you're not everybody's cup of tea. And you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be everybody's cup of tea. It shouldn't even be that way to begin with. Because do you know how boring it would have been? How boring it would be for you to be loved by everybody, for you to be liked by everybody? It would be whack. It would be lame. And it really goes to show that you really don't stand for nothing. You know? And it will go to show that you're a people pleaser. And I fell into that trap as well early on in my life, being a people pleaser all the damn time. And you know, I realized, you know, that don't get me nowhere, man. That hasn't got me nowhere in my life. And I eventually just stopped being a people pleaser. Because the way I see it, living this human experience, I have to please God.